appreciate the chance to talk about,
Glad you're here.
just for a minute, the LED side of our business. It's rare that the hardware guys get the microphone at any of these conferences. So, apparently, this is going to help us. These things, right, LEDs, they've been around forever. In fact, they were invented just under 100 years ago by a wacky scientist in Illinois. And they've been used in traditional lighting at least since the 80s. And it is a remarkable technology for many reasons. I mean, we take for granted that these tiny little bulbs will work 24/7, 365 in all weather conditions and in all temperatures. Outside in the Middle East at 122, or in Canada in winter at -31. And they do this for 10 years, using less and less power and becoming ever more sustainable as the key components get smaller and smaller. Also, like the one in the middle, they fit seamlessly together, eliminating those annoying video wall divisions. And we now have such high-resolution tiles called micro-LED that the difference from LCD products is fast becoming negligible. Some recent reports predict that LEDs will outsell LCD by 3-to-1 in the next 5 years. The other incredible thing about LEDs is their flexibility. You've all seen the way in Times Square, you've got the news tickers that are all wavy. Well, now we have rubberized tiles that can literally fold in half so that almost any surface or column can be covered in any shape created. And if that isn't enough, they now cost less than ever. A typical roadside billboard, for instance, would cost around 300 grand 10 years ago. And today it's half that for a higher spec, higher resolution version. Mesh LED takes that even further. I'm hoping this video is going to start. Do I need to press it again? Run the video. Okay. Mesh takes this even further by creating limitless canvases that can not only wrap any building, but are also up to 75% transparent. These installations are lower res and therefore cheaper per square meter. Have a look at this shop. It's a store we just finished in Singapore for Puma. It's their flagship in Asia. And it basically shows how retail is going. It won't just be flagship soon. It'll probably be all of the stores that get some kind of screen makeover like this. Now, quickly about my company. Lots of people in this room will know that Esprit Digital has manufactured many of the world's most high-profile custom kiosk networks for clients like Westfield, London Underground, the original escalator walls, Heathrow Airport, and Coca-Cola. But what you may not know is that last year we bought our own LED factory and we now have our own brand. It's called Lumos. And this is what you can do with Lumos. This came in last week. Hoping again we're going to get the video running. Yeah, so this is in Hyderabad. It's the Jockey Club. This is absolutely enormous. It's 50 meters long by 8 meters high. And this is a quick few seconds on how the structure was built and how the LEDs came together using Lumos. It's unbelievable, this. The scale is literally limitless. Finally, and my favorite, this is the new hotel for the World Cup, for the FIFA dignitaries staying in Qatar. And basically, they're going to go into a hotel, into the atrium, and they're going to look up. 200 feet up is an art installation using Lumos of individually made tiles, hundreds of unique tiles.
All right, why don't you describe it in color and detail?
Okay, so basically, you're going to go into a hotel. It's, as I say, it was built not for the World Cup, but it happens to be the headquarters, the first 6-star hotel in the world. It's shaped like a crescent, you'll see it. It's called Katara Towers. And as you go in there, the atrium, as I say, is about 18 stories. And the whole thing is LED. So instead of having an expensive Henry Moore sculpture there, right, you've got an LED work of art. There's no other content, and it disappears into the vortex at the top. And it's basically a series of flashing lights. And I'll show anyone who's interested afterwards. But believe me, it's something very special. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter. Stay there for a second.